Hey guys, Zero here with another Model Kit Monday, and today we're going to take a look at the Flame Toys Transformers Skywarp model kit. It's a gift from during the holidays from my daughter, so we're going to get it over to the table, crack it open, and see what's inside. Sit tight. Alright people, let's take a look at Skywarp. Side of the box. I like the flat surface of the boxes. It's pretty cool. It's got that stoic face. And then the back. Now this is like completely shiny, which is interesting. Let's see a picture of all the sprues there. Alright. Let's get it open. What? A lot of parts in there. Alright, sit tight. Okay, here's the instruction sheet. Booklet, pamphlet, whatever you want to call it. Dude, this purple is just, ugh, I love it. Such a cool looking purple. Let's see something. Does that look silver to you guys? I mean, it's very reflective, but is it silver or gray? There's some debate. And it's hard to tell because like every picture you find is pretty much like its own, you know what I'm saying? Like either it's silver or it's gray. I can't normally tell. There you go, full color instructions, just like the Starscream. Then you've got the where it tells you to put the decals and stuff. Here's the A1 sprue, and this is pretty much the all the different hands and fingers. Okay, here's the A2 sprue, and this is some feet, the arms, and a couple other small parts. That purple is just, I don't know if it's coming up on camera, man, but it's such a nice purple. Real shiny, though. Here's the B1 sprue, and as you can tell, it's a duplicate. This is interesting. You can see that, but one face is black completely, just like the rest of the plastic. The other one is painted gray. So, I mean, he's supposed to have a gray face anyway, but I mean, that's cool. I'm surprised I didn't color the second one, but that's funny because the Starscream model that I got, his sprue was gray, like light gray, and I painted his face silver, but he's not supposed to have a silver face. Starscream is actually supposed to have a dark gray, almost black face, so I'm going to use this one. I'll probably dry brush it, but I'll use this one for Starscream. Here's the C1 sprue, and this is the parts of the torso, the upper torso. Here we have the C2 sprue, and this is a duplicate as well. These are just internal joints and some of the feet, the lower foot parts and stuff like that. Here's the E sprue with more of the torso parts, the upper vents and things like that, the turbines. I don't know though. I'm not sure which one it is, but I know one of the two, Thundercracker or Skywarp, one of them has a silver torso, and not gray, like this normal gray. But I'm going to have to figure that out. Here's the F sprue, and this is like the upper thighs, some more parts for the torsos and things like that. Here's the D1 and D2 sprues, and these sprues are basically the, you can see the polycap sprues. There's some joints on here. And there is that tiny little piece that goes inside the head. Here is the D3 sprue, the last sprue. This is the yellow, the canopy, and then the little tiny red clear piece for the eyes. But again, like Starscream, it's kind of sad because it's like there's no porting in the helmet, so you almost can't you really can't see these very well. And lastly, we have the decal sheet, and again, it's that really shiny chrome Sheets, the white's kind of flat, but everything else is like chrome, even that purple. It's a really cool deep purple, but if I paint this model, I don't know if I want to use these decals. Oh, damn, they're so cool looking though. And then you've got the Decepticon symbols, which were always, it's funny because the Decepticon symbols on the toys, the original toys, they were always this like foil, this foil chrome stuff until they started getting the rub transfers where, like, you know, you rub it to see if it's a Decepticon or an Autobot. But I mean, if you bought Starscream, you knew pretty much what he was. Okay, there he is. That is Flame Toys Skywarp. Now, let's get this model built and get him on the spinneroonie for you guys. Alright guys, sit tight. Alright, here we have it. The Flame Toys Skywarp model kit. And this is everything that he comes with, minus the extra faceplate. And everything else is pretty much what it comes with standard. So you've got 2 sets of slappy hands. See if we can. Right there. And then you've got 2 sets of punchy hands. Because, you know, I mean, robots got to punch stuff. And then you have a set of holdy hands, or trigger fingers. Hands, you know, so to hold the blasters, but the null rays can sit on the shoulders, so there's no point to me in putting them, you know, all there. All in all, just like Starscream, it's a really cool kit. Pretty straightforward build. Just a few things to pay attention to, like these little glass or plastic pieces that make the windshield. They're a little tough to get in. The head, again, that little tiny poly cap that was in the inside of the head. So here, this is him basically with some basic paint. I did a basic paint application of the silver for the torso parts, and I kind of wanted them to look a little different than Starscream. So, well, obviously, besides just the base color, but I gave him a bright silver base coat for the for these panels here. He's got red eyes. I painted the masked off and painted the knee pads because they were originally all purple. I got to clean that up right there. And put a little bit of paint on the foot, a little chrome paint there. And then the rear here, we did some paint on the wings, did some spray, some really cool purple spray that I had found. And then you've got the silver trim. And then again, the wings are good. You've got the purple color and then the silver trim. And I did not do the Decepticon symbol because I figured you can pretty much, you know, I could either put a sticker on or I could just, you know, I could basically hand paint it because it's raised area, so. But there he is. He's not bad. Not a bad kit. And again, just as posable, Starscream, so he can do all the, you know, the cool superhero action poses. They've got a flight stand for it. Well, I bought a flight stand for it. So I got the flight stand, and you can just get them into a lot of cool. Put them in whatever pose you want. They're pretty posable. There you go. So that's him. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. And it is the black and purple, which to me, I don't know, it's my favorite color pattern, like for the 3 of them. I mean, I like Starscream the most because of his TV show personality. And interesting enough, Skywarp has a very unique personality as well, even though kind of like, so they were all pretty much like, I don't know, they were portrayed like Italian, like street thugs. Like they were just that's their personalities, especially Skywarp. He's just like one of those, I don't know, they call him a prankster, you know, but he's like a bully, you know what I'm saying? But only with the Decepticons, you know what I mean? Like, and he's also the only, as far as, I think there's one other, like it was like a Prime in the comic books, but I believe he's one of the only for sure in Generation 1 Transformers, the show, he's the only Transformer that was able to teleport. And I don't know, you call it a mutant ability or whatever, but like he could actually teleport like instantaneously. And he only used it like 1 or 2 times in the show, and it was pretty much like, I think one time he used it to harass the Autobots, and then another time he used it to pretty much play pranks on the other Decepticons, and it was just pretty much wasted potential. But he's definitely had that ability, and I thought that was a cool ability to have. Just, you know what I mean, for a robot, like a transforming robot already was cool, but then you give him the ability to teleport. I was like, wow, that's super powerful, but way underutilized on the TV show. Also, turns out that he was Starscream's main antagonist. Like him and Starscream did not get along because Skywarp was Megatron's favorite of the Seekers. Like he looked to Skywarp for everything, and you know he trusted him more than he trusted Starscream, and you know what I mean. He confided in him more than any of the other Seekers. So I guess Skywarp developed that kind of, you know, I'm the boss's right hand, whatever, you know, personality. So, and it showed in the show a lot. There was definitely some moments where Starscream and him go back and forth because of Starscream's, you know, jealousy and all this other stuff. But that was just a TV show, so I mean, I'm not 100% familiar on the comics. I know there was a lot of diversity in the comics, so there was a lot of different personalities and stuff. They had way more personality in the comic books, from what I understand. Because like I said, in the TV show, a lot of the Decepticons pretty much had the same. A lot of them had the same accents and just personalities. They were just like street thug bullies, you know. But there you go.